Hello everyone, it's Kik here, and that means a new batch of tech news is waiting for you. Today we'll introduce you to breakthrough ultra-thin silicon solar panels for aviation, space, and beyond. Huawei, with a single click, could slow down Apple Vision Pro sales under this name in the Celestial Empire, and even introduce its own lighter version. Norwegian robots, Eve demonstrating complete autonomy in household tasks, a destroyer droid straight from the University of Illinois, a high-speed tilt rotor from Bell Company successfully passing ground tests, and SpaceX, ready for the next Starship launch if allowed. All this and much more right now. Let's get started. Today's episode begins with a breakthrough technology jointly presented by scientists from China and Australia, who have created ultra-thin and flexible panels from the silicon we all know. One of the disadvantages of modern silicon photovoltaic panels is that the energy conversion efficiency of large-area silicon elements remains limited to 26%. Another obstacle is the thickness of the element, usually from 150 to 180 which complicates their use in cases requiring a more flexible and lightweight material for installation on curved roofs, satellites, and even space stations. The new technology has made it possible to create photovoltaic panels from crystalline silicon about 50 thick. That's thinner than a sheet of A4 paper. This photovoltaic panel cannot be folded in half like a sheet of paper, but it can be bent to a significant degree of curvature without destruction. Importantly, the efficiency of the ultra-thin photovoltaic panel exceeded 26%. The scientists created several more photovoltaic cells ranging from 55 to 130 in thickness, and all of them exceeded 26% efficiency. This group is working on creating more flexible and efficient crystalline silicon solar elements, which in the very near future will be as convenient to use as a roll of film. Speaking of the very near future, rumor has it that Huawei may release its own version of Vision Pro that will be twice as light and cheaper. Moreover, the headset will even be called the same because Huawei registered the Vision Pro trademark in China back in 2019. Huawei releases virtual reality glasses and smart TVs under this brand. So if Tim Cook was thinking about expanding the new gadget to the Celestial Empire, he will have to change the name of his product, whether he wants to or not. We even have some information about the technical specifications of the future headset. It will run on Huawei's own processor. The device will be equipped with Sony Micro OLED 4K displays, which will perform as well as in the Apple headset, and will be gesture controlled. It won't have an external display like EyeSight, but this will reduce the weight of the new product to 350 grams. The Cupertino company's product weighs almost twice as much, and Huawei Vision Pro will cost about $2,000, which is $1,500 less than its competitor. Moving on, Norwegian robot manufacturer 1X, yes there is one, demonstrated the capabilities of the Eve model, capable of performing many operations in a fully autonomous mode. These robots were not controlled by a human in remote mode in the demonstration video, and no video editing speedups or program sequences were used in the preparation of the material. The machines were controlled by neural networks without any human participation, Elon. We think you'll be interested to know that the 1X company was supported by OpenAI, and to make the robots look aesthetically pleasing, they were dressed in human clothes, and an LED screen with an animated smiling face was installed on their heads. 1X engineers trained 30 Eve units in various basic tasks using video demonstrations and remote control. These operations were transmitted to the base artificial intelligence model and refined according to the specific environment. The system broke down the tasks into specific actions performed by the robots. The final stage for commercial versions of the robot can be carried out on site with clients. It will require just a few minutes to collect data and train on a PC GPU. Of course, the operator may need to first demonstrate the necessary sequence of actions to the system, but the deep learning system will run the task through the simulation system multiple times, taking into account various random factors and prepare these beauties for direct work. Engineers from the Kim laboratory at the University of Illinois developed Ringbot, a robotic ring with legs. Rumor has it that the project was funded by Palpatine Corporation, but this is not certain. The robot uses its legs to stand and maintain balance. On a flat surface, the robot moves using special actuators located around the perimeter of the ring. If the device loses balance, it can lift itself up using its limbs. Ringbot is equipped with numerous sensors that help it not to fall. For now, the robot can accelerate up to 5 km/h. Despite its unusual design, the device is not afraid of obstacles like stairs, curbs, and potholes. In theory, such a robot could be used by courier services of the Galactic Empire. So far, only one prototype of Ringbot has been made, but the creators believe that mass production can be set up. They should cost no more than $500. Meanwhile, the world was introduced to AI headphones AIC capable of describing objects in front of blind people. This gadget can scan the space and identify objects in front of the person. A group of scientists from the National University of Singapore is working on its creation. They hope that the development can significantly simplify the lives of people with vision problems. IC looks like headphones connected by a rigid strap. The design is attached to the neck so that the gadget does not attract much attention. On the left side of the body, there is a 13-megapixel camera, which IC uses to scan the space in the owner's field of vision. The chip and battery are located in the arch. When the IC owner picks up an object, the device takes a picture of it, after which artificial intelligence studies the image. The program analyzes the shape, size, color, and even printed text. If there is a match with an object from the database, IC tells the person what is in front of them. AI can be asked questions without the need to connect to a smartphone. IC developers intend to improve the design of the gadget and make it more ergonomic. They also plan to increase the speed of data processing and refine object recognition algorithms. In April last year, tests of the first autonomous robotic cleaners, Pixel, in the city took place in Moscow. They were tested at the Digital Business Space on Pokrovka Street and the Rudnevo Industrial Park. The Pixels involved in the test did an excellent job. The next test took place at the end of December. In addition to the Digital Business Space and Rudnevo, the robots were also sent to clean up in the Kuzminki Park. There, they also successfully completed their tasks. The Moscow authorities decided not only to keep the robots in the park on a permanent basis, but also to expand the experiment. They increased the number of robots to 12 and the number of cleaning sites to 5. From January 2024, 10 Pixels are involved in the regular cleaning of walking paths in the park's Kuzminki, where their tests were previously conducted, as well as Sokolniki and 50th anniversary of October. Pixel can work all year round and in any weather. It is equipped with interchangeable equipment to perform various tasks. For example, in winter, it clears snow, and in summer, it sweeps and washes the paths. The battery is designed for 16 hours of autonomous work. The maximum speed of the robot is 10 km/h, and during work, 5 km/h. When the robot encounters an obstacle in its path, it quickly recognizes it and acts according to a pre-programmed algorithm. For example, if there is a person in front of the robot, it will stop and continue working when the person leaves. It will carefully bypass a parked car, a baby stroller, or a scooter. And now is the time to introduce you to David Gustafsson, a resident of Sweden and a big fan of Lego. He assembled a movable version of the Volvo V70. From the constructor, he recreated the Volvo V70 wagon at a 1.1 scale, and this work has already attracted attention at several thematic exhibitions and the Swedish car manufacturer. To realize this idea, David needed 350,000 constructor components. A few years ago, he received 400,000 parts from the company itself, having won the Lego Masters contest. Now, Gustafsson has found a very unusual application for them. David has been working on the Lego version of the Volvo V70 for over a year. This model uses regular wheels and tires, and the entire frame is held on a metal frame. In addition, the enthusiast recreated elements of the interior, including the gearbox, climate control handles, steering wheel, and headlights. The latter have a movable design. Work on the Lego Volvo V70 is not yet finished, but the car is already able to drive, including without a driver inside. So far, only in a straight line, but it's already impressive. When exactly Gustafsson plans to finish his project, he does not yet know. Now let's take to the skies. American helicopter manufacturer Bell is developing a new generation jet tiltrotor for the Pentagon. The tests took place at the US Air Force Base in New Mexico and were conducted as part of the Sprint program to develop vertical takeoff technologies. The customer, who would have doubted, is the Department of Defense, represented by the DARPA agency. As soon as the new aircraft reaches the required speed, jet thrust is activated. Then the propellers become a hindrance, increasing aerodynamic resistance. Therefore, according to Bell engineers' plan, the blades fold and the gondolas turn back and fix in such a position. The calculated speed of such a manned tiltrotor is 833 km/h. The range of action is 370 km, the maximum altitude is 9100 m, the payload is 2300 kg, and the volume of the cargo hold is sufficient for a small car to fit in there. Such a tiltrotor is intended for military special operations and rescue services. And what would Kik be without space? SpaceX announced on the social network X the preparation of a third rocket for orbital tests of the Starship spacecraft. The company is ready to launch by the end of February if the Federal Aviation Administration grants a flight license. The Super Heavy booster inversion Booster 10 and another prototype of the Starship spacecraft were transported to the launch site in Texas on Saturday, February 10th. Then the 50-meter Starship was placed on the 70-meter booster. Each stage of the work was carefully documented for the report. By assembling the rocket for new tests, SpaceX shows that it is ready for a new leap of Starship into orbit. Elon Musk surely knows more than he's ready to disclose. It very much looks like the third launch of the complex will take place in the next few weeks. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to not miss a fresh portion of handpicked news. Goodbye!